Good day, everyone. Welcome to this demonstration on how to use ChatGPT as a paraphrasing tool in ESL classrooms. I'm Dilafruz.
And I'm Kate. Let's explore this exciting way to use new technology and help learners develop their language skills.
Before we dive into the details, let's briefly introduce ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an advanced language model designed to assist with various language-related tasks. Kate, have you ever used ChatGPT with your students before?
No, I haven't, Dilfers. I'm excited to learn how it can help my students.
Great. But first, I think it would be a good idea for us to define paraphrasing. So paraphrasing is a technique where you rephrase a sentence or excerpt from a text using different words while maintaining the original meaning.
And paraphrasing is such an important skill for our students.
That's
It
right.
not only expands their vocabulary, but it also helps them understand various ways to express the same idea.
Exactly. It also exposes students to more ways of saying things, which can make their speech and writing more dynamic and interesting. Now, let's take a look at how ChatGPT can be a valuable tool for paraphrasing. So, Kate, could you provide us with a sentence you'd like to paraphrase?
Sure. How about this sentence from my course textbook? People moved freely from place to place.
Perfect. Let's see how ChatGPT can help us. I'm going to type this sentence into the tool and ask it to paraphrase it. And here's the paraphrased version. Individuals were able to travel between locations without restrictions.
That's impressive. It captured the same meaning, but used different words.
Exactly, Kate. ChatGPT did a pretty good job with that paraphrase, but it doesn't always work that well, which brings me to how we can use it as a tool with our students.
That's a good point. How can we use it with our students so that they can learn skills for effective paraphrasing?
Well, let's take a look at an example. Here are some steps for using ChatGPT in a paraphrasing activity. First, you would need to put students in pairs or small groups and assign each group a specific excerpt from a reading. Next, students are going to use ChatGPT to generate a paraphrase of the text.
Should I assume my students know how to use ChatGPT?
No, I wouldn't do that. I think it's always a good idea to teach them how to use it before the activity so that you know what they're doing and how they will do it. So after that, the next step in the activity would be for students to work with their partners to evaluate their paraphrases they generated using a checklist. Kate, what would you include in a checklist of characteristics for a good paraphrase?
Well, it has to have the same meaning as the original text, with all of the main ideas included and no new ideas. It uses different words and grammatical structures from the original text, and it's about the same length as the original.
That's a great list, Kate. Students can use that to help them determine if the sentences from ChatGPT are good paraphrases.
What about citations?
So that's next in the activity. After students have evaluated their paraphrases, they need to add APA citations and then submit their complete paraphrase in a course assignment. You could also have them share their paraphrases with one another or another group, or just share their paraphrases as a whole class.
I really like that activity, and I'm already thinking about different ways to adapt it. For example, I could also bring in grammar instruction and ask students to look at their paraphrases and identify passive and active voice.
That's an awesome idea too, actually. You could even have them practice changing the sentences between active and passive voice.
Yeah. And then what would they do after this activity?
Good question. So after the activity, I would have students use the paraphrases in a short writing exercise. For example, students could write a paragraph that introduces and explains the paraphrases.
Right, just as they would in an academic essay.
Exactly.
That makes sense. And I really like how they have used AI to help them with their own writing.
Exactly. And that is the point we're trying to make in this video, is that in this activity, students aren't relying solely on ChatGPT, but instead they're using it to improve their own skills for effective paraphrasing and academic writing. So in a way, ChatGPT is being used as a tool to support students' skills when they write or when they need to paraphrase something.
Excellent tip, Silvers. Thank you for sharing these ideas.
You're welcome, Kate. Thank you for participating in this demonstration.